Okay, so on this training, I really want to go through who is you. Um, Basically, what we're referring to is your personal bio and a reason to buy from you. When you create an online presence and you're going through and building your image online, a who is page or personal bio or site about yourself is a great place for your prospects to find out about you and find out what you stand for and who you are. And basically, we have to understand why this is so important. Okay, the biggest reason why it's important, like we've always said, is that people always buy from those they like and trust. So, what this does is it gives you the opportunity to capture your audience and then turn them onto your character and story, because a who is page helps that come to fruition a lot quicker than just reading some other stuff on you, such as your articles or other content that you've put on your blog. It really personalizes who you are in the eyes of your prospects. It also helps people find commonalities for immediate bonding. See, we relate to folks that are similar to ourselves, and when people are looking to buy into a business or buy a product, many times they want to look at who's actually selling the product or business, or who they're going to join in business. So what they want to do is ultimately they want to find people that are like themselves. So by having a who is page and a bio site where you could put personal information about yourself, and show them different things that you like, you will find commonalities among your prospects. I've had many people say to me, "Oh, you were in the insurance business? I was in the insurance business. You have a Labrador? I've got a yellow lab." So automatically they're finding different things that we can, relate to on the same level. And ultimately what this does is it reduces the skepticism by being transparent. By putting all of your information out there and showing them who you are and opening up, well, what that does is it reduces or has their shield that many people have, it helps it come down. So when you're writing your story, what do you need to really tell on this page? How do you structure this? Well, the first thing I would recommend is start with your situation now. What kind of situation are you in? Like on my bio page, I start out that I have a wife, Andrea, and my two kids, Amy and Sean, and we have a yellow lab, and here's our cats, and all this stuff. So I start letting them in right away to where I'm at currently and who I am, and then a great progression is to start from the past, move on to past experiences. On my page, I start out with my experiences first starting with working. When I started when I was about 12 years old, and I was on a horse farm, and then my mom had a store, and then blah, blah, blah. And then you can move into the present. Move into your present situation and maybe why you got involved in the current business that you're in, or why online marketing was appealing to you, what you were looking to accomplish, where you are, what kind of information you've encountered, the relationships that you've built, everything of this nature. And then it's wise to also look to the future. What are your goals? What are you looking to accomplish? What are you, really trying to get across to people, as far as what are you looking to do from this business of being online, or whatever it is that you're doing. And then ultimately you want to be able to write this as a story and not as a documentary. You don't want to be, well, when I was 12 this is what I did, and then when I was 14 this is what I did, and then when I was 17 this is what I did, and then 22, and then 35, and blah blah blah. It's boring. You want to liven it up by writing this in a story manner, and include your character, and include different situations in your life that are meaningful, and also include obviously things that you like, your hopes, your dreams, your desires, your passions, your hobbies. And ultimately what you're doing is you're trying to connect with your audience to make sure that they're finding things that are appropriate to them. Couple things that must be included in order for this to be as effective as possible. The first thing that I would say that you have to include are pictures of yourself and your family. Always in positive situations, happy moments in life. There's big smiles, everybody's happy, you're having a great time, things are wonderful. Maybe pictures of your kids, or family, or whatever the case may be, you on vacations, all of this stuff, because you want people to feel good as they're reading your information, because ultimately they will want to relate with you. And if you're feeling good and they're relating to you, then ultimately they want to feel good. And the better that you can, get that across, the better they're going to perceive you. Also, you want to include some of the successes you've had from the past to show people that you are successful, that you have achieved, that you have had positive experiences in your past that can help you and help others in the future. And then also include some of your failures, some of the things that you thought were going to work but just didn't work out. But this is the positive that I gained from that experience. And you want to show how it helped you and how it made you stronger and how it made you a better person and how it helped your business, and that ultimately it wasn't a failure, but it was just a learning experience that helped you get to where you want to go. And ultimately, again, it's that compelling reason why people should work with you. Because when we're understanding how people buy things, again, we talked about the like and trust factor, but it's really two questions that people ask themselves. Number one, what's in it for me? And that's really about your product or your business or what you're marketing. And then number two is, why should I work with you? So a bio page done implicitly, okay, is a great place where you can give them and come up with a compelling reason why people should work with you or buy from you. And it's a great place to do this, and it's very much under the radar, but it does carry very, very big results when done well. Now, a couple extras that I would recommend. I've seen this done before, and it looks great on a capture on a Whois page. Is a slideshow video. I recommend a site called Animoto. Basically, what you're able to do is input several different pictures. You upload pictures, upload your favorite song or whatever, and then what they will do is they will put the pictures together in random orders and have several different transitions and work with the music. I've got a quick example here. You could also add words in there too, as you see. But these are just pictures. And then it does all of this for you. So I mean, this is just really simple, where you can upload maybe 15, 20 pictures and give them a cool song. They'll put it all together for you, and then if you want, you can edit it and change the placement of the pictures and different things like that. But it looks really cool, and it opens up people into your world. And when you put your favorite tune next to it, it just really adds a neat little dynamic that really makes your page pop. A couple other extras that work really well, I would definitely recommend testimonials. Now, when you're getting started, many people say to me, well, I don't have any testimonials. I haven't been doing this business for long. I just started. I haven't helped anybody. Brand new. I haven't sold anything. Haven't brought anybody in. How do I get testimonials? Well, you contact people that you know in your life. And you talk about your integrity. You talk about how you've been helpful to people, how that you always come through with what you say you're going to do, how you're always there, how whatever the case may be, you want to direct these testimonials that'll help you based on what you're marketing and what you're selling. So testimonials are very important. You could also get other videos, maybe from YouTube or other things that possibly relate to you. I would recommend that if you're in any sort of make money niche or anything of that nature where you're selling a business opportunity, that maybe you look for some cool videos from some big gurus in the past, maybe like Napoleon Hill or Robert Kiyosaki or any of these people that talk about success, and say, I saw this video a long time ago and it just really touched me, and I wanted to throw it up here for you because I just think it was really excellent. And so maybe add a video or two on your page that really hits home to yourself. Obviously, you also want to link to other pages that you have. This is where you're predominantly going to link to maybe another capture page of your business, or maybe your blog, something along those lines. So when they come to your page, when they're done reading your page, if they want more information, they can go do some more research on you, and you can keep them in your circle of of content for as long as possible, because the longer you can keep their attention, the more you're going to build that like and trust factor. And then obviously you also want to include your contact information. If you put your phone number and email on this page, that will also increase your credibility, and it will also reduce even more skepticism, because again, you're being transparent. You're giving out your information saying, hey, contact me at any time. I'm here for you. And then of course you want to also put pictures. Now, when you're putting pictures through the entire page, you want to make this aesthetically pleasing. I recommend putting pictures on the left side and then the right side. Don't just put them all in the middle or centered. You can have some pictures in the middle occasionally, but I think it looks a lot better when you have your text, then you have a picture with some text on the right, and then you scroll down a little bit, there's some text on the left, and then a picture on the right, and so it's broken down, whereas they're scrolling, they're seeing pictures, they're seeing text, and it's just a very comforting feel going through the page, where it's not like they're just bombarded with text and maybe you throw a video up there occasionally. Because again, like I said, the main thing is to keep them focused around you, your page. They're getting to know you, and what you'll find is that people will start coming to you saying, yeah, I saw that you are involved in this, and I'm involved in that, or I was in that in the past, and I see that you're big into tennis. I'm big into tennis, and they just start relating to you, and when they start coming to you to ask questions about your business or your products, or whatever you're marketing, they know about you ahead of time, so you don't have to worry about selling yourself. That's what this page is all about. Now, what we're looking for, and what you have to ask yourself when you're designing this, are what are the goals for the page. The number one goal is to connect with your prospect, and it allows them to find a common bond. It allows them to relate to you based on what you've done in the past, what you currently do, and what your dreams or goals are for the future. It lets them into your world as far as who you are. And we also want to share life experiences to show successes. We want to give people the understanding that you are successful, and show them the successes that you've had. We've all had successes in the past. I don't care who we are. We have all had some life experiences that we can show and pull a positive out to show that it was a success. Because people want to work with successful people. And as being the authority figure and being the successful person, you want to show and share life experiences that explain that, and put that out there for folks. You also want to give compelling reasons to work with you. And this goes back into your successes. Because people want to work with successes, if you show the successes that you've had in the past, that is part of a compelling reason to work with you. Now, you could also go further and have a section on what I can do for you. It's a great section. It's a great subhead. Because when you're going through this, you want to have your page, listed with, subheads, pictures, text, bulletin points, maybe some quotes that are highlighted from, some success masters. One of my favorite quotes is from Zig Ziglar, and I have it predominantly on one of my pages, that you can have everything in life you want if you'll just help enough other people get what they want. And I have that highlighted, and, I have another one, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So these are subconscious little quotes that I put on there that all lead to the same conclusion, that I'm here to help. And again, it's going back to compelling reasons why work for you, and answering that question, why should I work with you? Well, here's why. And just very, very strong. And again, you want to provide transparency to reduce fears and skepticism. And by reducing fears and skepticism, you increase credibility. And by increasing credibility, you increase your perception of being that authority figure that everybody's looking to work with. And again, it just goes back to the whole thing of letting the prospects know about you first before pitching them on your business. See, in our business, whether we're selling products, whether we're selling business opportunities, whether we're selling whatever, okay, what happens predominantly is that people go looking for something, there's a sales page, and it's just a straight out pitch. Well, with this approach, when you find people and then you say, hey, find out a little bit about me, it's like, yes, I know that you're interested in this, and this may work for you, but before you even consider this, how about consider working with me, or consider finding out a little bit about who I am? And by doing so, you're going to reduce that shield that people put on in front of them when they're looking at this stuff, saying, "Well, everybody's just pitching me, and it's all a bunch of BS." Okay, by opening up, being transparent, putting this out there for folks, you are going to ultimately let people know about you first, and then the people that like and trust you, the people that have commonalities, the people that can relate to you, they will ultimately contact you in any form, whether they just buy from you, whether they just send you an email or phone call or whatever the case may be. You are opening up to them first, so you're like, listen, before you even consider this, find out about a little bit about who I am and see if I could possibly help you, and hopefully I could help get you closer where you want to be. So those are just some ideas as far as creating a bio page, a who is page. Recommend just go to GoDaddy or Namecheap or wherever, get yourself a who is your name page, and start getting this done. So I hope that was useful. Hope you got a lot out of it, and we'll continue with the next video.